Hey, my life. My God, you are the first on here. How are you, sister? God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. I almost didn't know it was you because it says my life YVLFI, some crazy stuff. I don't know why it does that. So, how are you? Talk to me. Talk to me. What's going on? What's new? What's new? Got a lot of stuff to talk about today, my friends. It says hello, Pastor, and everybody. There's just 8 of you on here. Please like the video as you come in. You know what? Let me see what's going on. Going on. Hmm. Hey, Constance, how you doing? Shalom, 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 shalom. Welcome, everybody. Let's have a conversation. Let's use this evening to have a conversation. Like the video. Let's see how many likes do we got. Okay, we got 10 people on here. Like the video. There's also 2 likes, and there's more of you. Everybody, as you come in, like the video and give the algorithm some juice, some fuel, some gas. Let it run around and tell everybody in the world that we're here, that AH for Truth has come on. Okay. Good evening, Chris. How you doing? God bless you. Buying the dip, good. If you have money, buy the dip. But go on to if you have Zaman, go into the Zaman wallet and set low limit orders for XRP and other assets. Okay, that's one thing you can do. I'll try to do it tomorrow. I hope I have time. I just put my first training video on my Patreon. So if you're not following me on Patreon, jump there and follow. I'm doing some DeFi videos. I just put a very simple one up there about for Constellation DAG. So go check it out and see if it would you are able to do some stuff with that one. All right. Excuse me. Excuse me. All right. Please like the video as you come in. So the subject here today is a crazy market, a great promise. A crazy market, a great promise. A crazy market, a great promise. That's what we're talking about. Okay. So and then we're talking about US politics. So I think that some of what's going on in the US, some of the things that are about to go down, I've told you. Oh, you got. Oh, great, great. Okay, thank you, Chris. So I'm going to do a video. I'm going to do about 5 different DeFi videos. I want to prepare you guys because, again, I don't know where interest rates would go, but I'm going to show you something tonight that would really, really rock your world. I'm also going to put it on the Patreon. You see, DeFi has come to stay. I'm trying to look into the future. I'm praying, God, show me what's going on, what's gonna what the Bible says the Holy Spirit will show you things to come. Sometimes you pray and the Lord will show you, hello, Egyptian, how you doing? The Lord will show you what's to come directly, or he will use a third party, somebody else or situation and circumstances for you to see. Yesterday, I had so I've told you, I said it's you just have to remember the Lord has given me a word for his church, for the wealth transfer community, and that is that we should change our language. We should stop saying it's hard, it's a battle, it's this and that. Yes, it is a battle. Yes, it is spiritual warfare. But there is a time and a season when the Lord decides to come into a situation and makes a way for his people. You have to come to terms with that. Now, I'm not saying Again, I'm not trying to trivialize the journey. No, 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 no. It's a tough journey. I mean, you look at your portfolio, 11,000 down here, 12,000 down here, 20,000 down there. It's not fun for those who have big bags, and even for those who have small bags. It's not fun, because as Bitcoin, everything follows Bitcoin. And so the manipulators of Bitcoin, or non-manipulators, or world events, or geographical, geopolitical events, you know, affect the market. Is it tariffs or no tariffs? Is it manipulation? Is it whatever? This is why I told you 2 days ago, your first ingredient for success in this arena is patience. Your second one is how you hear what I'm saying, hear what Kryptonite is saying, hear what our partners in progress here. As we type, people are saying things, encouraging one another. This is very essential for us to cross the finish line. This is why I'm here. This is why I believe God called me into this field, just to encourage people to hold their hands across the finish line and to continue to build a community of faith, a community of power that have foresight based on hindsight and present sight. You see what I'm saying? Because we need farsight, not just foresight, but farsight. And God gives that to the people who trust in Him. So we follow a Redeemer, we follow a Messiah, we follow the Savior. There are people who do not, they say, we don't want to mix religion with this. And well, the world, you have to pick a side. You have to either go with darkness because gross darkness covers the land, or you go with light because arise and shine, for your light is come. In my bed, but listening, hope can stay awake. We pray that Inverness, Florida will stay awake in Jesus' name. All right. Okay. So the prophetic word was that please change your language. Are you here? Please type here, I've changed my language. I have changed my language. Or just say language changed. That's better. Something like this. Language. Oops. Ooh, what did I do? Come on. I did something wrong. Language changed. I'm trying to type fast. Something like that. Language changed. Language changed. You change your language, because many times we catch ourselves saying things we shouldn't say, doing things we shouldn't, but mostly our words, our words, our words. You've got to change your language. Language changed. Language changed. Language changed. You've got to say it's going to be easy because He said so. It's no longer difficult. It has come to a point where crossing the Red Sea is an impossibility, but He made it easy. That's the point I'm saying. That's the point I'm making. Crossing the Red Sea is difficult, but He made it easy. All right. So I'm praying for you. I'm encouraging you, so that people just want to hear, oh, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? We told you already that there's going to be a fight. It's going to be tough. It's going to be difficult. But we now have heard that it's going to be okay. And that of course, we always knew it was going to be okay, and that the winners will be determined in the end, and that we will win in the end. It always is that way. We end up winning in the end. All right. So a crazy market it is. A crazy market, but a great promise. A crazy market, but a great promise. Some people are exiting because they can't handle the up and down, and they've been in crypto for 6 months, and they're like, it's too long already. I've lost over 40% of my investment. I've lost over this. Now, this is what do you need to do if you have so I'll share this with you. I purchased a crypto day before yesterday, and I'm not announcing it yet until I have the release to do so. And I believe, and it went down. You see, this is why you don't rush out, even when you have a prophetic word. In a dream, I believe that an angel of the Lord told me, go and buy that crypto. Okay, so I did. And then what happens? It's dropped. Now, do you think that this could be the Lord? Of course. I've been in situations where God has led me in a direction. There's a crypto that I hold. I've held it for years, and he led me into it. And I saw that crypto go up almost like how many percent it did very well, and then it came back down. I didn't sell. I held on because of what he showed me had not come to pass. I have a job. I have income that comes in. I shouldn't worry myself. In fact, I used a line of credit to purchase that crypto, and I've been paying the line of credit. Even today, I made a little bit of payment. Why? It was a December time some years ago. It was just around Christmas, 3 days to Christmas, and I got this offer in the mail. Okay, I'm like, okay, if I was to buy the crypto, I wouldn't have all this the money to put on it. But this is and I said to my wife, so I wasn't expecting this. The envelope was in the mail, and there is a card in it. It's actually not a credit card, it's a line of credit. And the interest rate is amazing. You know what? I'm just going to use it and put it on that crypto. So that's how I started that journey with that crypto. So I don't advise borrowing to buy a cryptocurrency, but I was able to do that. It's not it's it was very affordable for me. The interest rate was not something that would break the bank or whatever. I was not betting the farm, but I just wanted to get a good bag and just put it aside. And for some people, it's the amount I spent was change. For others, it's not. But the point I want to make here is that yeah, let's be mindful. God helping us. I don't want to lose track of what I'm saying. Somebody remind me, where was I? I'm getting a little excited here about where things are at, and that's why sometimes I don't want to do it live late, but that's what works for me. Hey Jackie, welcome here. How you doing? It's putting numbers behind everybody's name. I don't know why it's doing that today, but I'm using Restream, so I don't know what the problem is. So a crazy market it is, right? And as prices tank, people are worried. I know people who have like 30% of the money they put, and I said to people, do not sell your crypto, particularly if you hold the ISOs. Hold on, it's about to turn. I'm telling you, don't just be patient. You put the investment there, leave it. Don't keep looking at it. Close. I actually deleted an app, a wallet today that has some crypto on it. I deleted it because I have my passphrase. So I also wanted to let you know, guys. I was I had I received some poison addresses in my crypto one of my crypto wallets today, and it was a lot of them. Man, I was like, what do I do here? But I've learned immediately you see a poison address. Now you may not know, but my wallet was suddenly reading $152 million. And I know that I don't have that kind of money. I know that, I mean, like, a lot of people are going to click on some of those things, and the next thing you know, your wallet has been drained. So don't interact. So I didn't interact. And what I did was I was able to clear it out. So it's a crazy market, and they're targeting. And today I received uh maybe three or four Coinbase, fake Coinbase. All right. Which coins would you recommend to buy? Like, come on, that's a big question. Like, that's a big question. I don't know. Like, what do you have? What do you know about crypto? Are you new to crypto? Because when you say which coins, I don't know your level. I don't know where you're. Like, I really don't know. So I don't know how to answer that. But I would maybe I just say stay within the ISO 220. But I don't know who you are. Like, I don't know what. Like, yeah, you have to qualify your question. Do you have any crypto at this point? Are you looking to diversify? Because there are different crypto. You may be somebody who has already you've stacked your bags and you're looking to do some AI crypto, some robotics and all that kind of stuff from Depin. So you may be looking at, or you may be looking to go into what's it called? DeFi, and what DeFi platforms there are so many of them, and what do you do in DeFi? Are you looking for yield? Do you want to yield farm? What do you want? So there's so many different opportunities out there, but it is great. Okay, you are new. That's it. So the first thing for new people, I tell them, I've got a book on crypto. Go into my description, download the book. Somebody in Brazil just bought the book today. Thank you so much, Lifestyle of the Snowbirds, for your $9.99 gift. Download that book and read it. It'll be a blessing to you. It's titled Crypto Made Easy. But this is a very good time to enter crypto. So it's wide. There are over 100,000 cryptocurrencies, but there are a few that I can show you. I have to know, what kind of income do you have? What kind of, do you live in the US? What country do you live in? There's so many different, so to help you out, and yeah, so please join my Patreon. My Patreon is AH for Truth. Just go to Patreon, look for AH for Truth Patreon. You find me there, and join the Patreon. There's free joining, there's $6 joining, there's a membership, there's $48, $45, and then there's $97. I'm going to add a tier to it, which is $250. But the $97 get everything that I post, as well as one 30-minute call with me a month, and I just can handle 20 people. After that, I'd have to kind of you know I don't know, kind of change it. Yeah, so Massim Basera. Yeah, so just yeah, you can start with the book. It'll take you 2 to 3 hours to read it, but this is a very good time for you to enter into crypto, because there are people who entered early in the year. They bought XRP at $3.50. They've lost almost $2, and they think that they made a mistake. No, they did not make a mistake. They should dollar cost average. When I first bought, I bought my first crypto at $1.06. It dropped all the way to 25 cents. I thought I had been hoodwinked. I said, but Lord, you led me into this thing. What is all this? What is all this? And I was able to understand dollar cost averaging, and I dollar cost average brought down my buy price to 50 cents. My wife brought hers down to about 30 something cents. Sometimes those who come behind, those who have gone ahead have paid a price, because when I went ahead, it cost me more than my wife. When my wife came on, and I said to her, well, I was more like a coach. This is what I did. Well, if you want to do it, you got to be careful here and there. But by that time, the price was good, and she was able to bring down her average. But we've bought, even at $3, I bought XRP. At $2, I bought XRP. At $1.90, because I know where it's going. I'm not going to have a spare $50, $100. I bought XRP $100 worth just the day before yesterday, because I wanted to buy. And but I would advise and suggest that you set buy limit orders. So on Zaman, I'm going to teach how you can use Zaman to set buy limit orders, and things like that. So it's all coming on my Patreon. It took me a while to begin to do that. Now I want to explain something for some of you who have messaged me, or when are you going to do this? Or have asked me a question. I just want to say that the reason why is I still have a full-time ministry job, and I have 3 executive positions. You know what that means? That when I say 3 executive positions, I execute uh, budgets, programs. Hello, can you guys hear me? Just let me know if you can still hear me, please. Because I lost internet connection. I don't know why that happened. Oh, oh my God. No, Patreon, like that. Patreon. So I'll show you what Patreon looks like. Give me a second here. So I want to show you something important today, guys. Please give me a second here, and I will do that. Oh man. So this is the Patreon. Oh my God. Okay. I'm just gonna show you. Yeah, this it's AH for Truth. I shouldn't be showing you my dashboard, but there you go. So just go. I hoped I was hoping to show you the page itself, but so just go to AH for Truth on Patreon. Okay, thank you. So where was I? Oh, man, somebody remind me where I was. Where was I? Who's following? I lost my way. Ooh. Okay, I was going to show you something very important, and that is on more markets. Just to kind of tell you, the title. I'm following the title of the live today, and here's the title of my live. It is a crazy market and a great promise, right? A crazy market, a great promise. A crazy market, a great promise. So there is a crazy market. What do we do with it? What do we do with a crazy market? How do we, thank you. How do we address a crazy market? Yeah, I'm gonna tell you. It's the promise that keeps a crazy situation for us, that helps us go through a crazy situation. Joseph's dream was kept alive despite the craziness around him. His family sold him. Yes, thank you. Yeah, I was trying to explain why it took me a while. I was like, man, do I have to add more work to what I'm doing already? You know how I do my videos? I just shoot. I don't edit them because I don't have the time. And then I thought about Patreon. People have been asking me, would you have a Patreon? You should have a Patreon. You should have a Patreon. And a lot of people witnessed to me what the Lord had spoken to me about. One brother, in one day, about three brothers, okay, told me, three brothers in Christ told me that they felt that God had was bring asking them to come to me. In fact, four of them, four, but three happened in one day, and then the next one, the fourth one, happened on another day. They all said they felt that the Lord had called them to come and walk with me for wisdom. And I'm like, really? It humbled me. It's like, okay, well, you want wisdom? Like, okay, well, let's all go to Christ because I don't have any wisdom. But they said that two of them had dreams where they saw me sitting on a chair and providing, sharing divine wisdom with people. And I don't know these people from Adam. This is after I started the channel. So I'm like, okay. And one of them told me, Pastor Hezekiah, I think you should have a Patreon. I didn't want to do that. You see, the funny thing is that the things I don't really want to do, because I'm like, do I want to do that? And people are paying me every month. And, I see a lot of people have it. It's like, but I realized that, when you have when you have a smaller group of people, and you're able to focus on them and encourage them, then it's a good thing. So yes, it is brutal out there, but we're going to be fine. It's brutal for everybody. I'm just telling you guys. So here is the a crazy market and a great promise. So the market is crazy. So what am I doing in the crazy market? I've engaged DeFi, decentralized finance. So if you have 10,000 XRP, for example, and your value has dropped from 30,000, okay, to 20,000, you have not lost 10,000 until you sell. If you sell it, you've lost 10,000. If you keep it, all right, you still have your asset. The asset will go back up. So you need to study the fundamentals. You need to understand that. If you do not, you will give up. And remember, you are never supposed to bet your farm on crypto. You're supposed to invest what you can afford to lose, which means a little bit at a time, so that even when it grows into a big amount of money, yes, you don't want to lose it, but you put in a little bit at a time so that nothing else suffers. You're not supposed to use your rent money. You're not supposed to use your income as a whole. You're supposed to take what you have that you're able to, like disposable income, and put it out, right? So this is very, very important. So here is what we have to do, friends. We have to learn DeFi. We have to do whatever we can to learn DeFi in order to help us. Because, see, I'm talking here about a crazy market and a great promise. What is the great promise? I'm going to show you something here that will help you in your mind how to handle what is going on right now. Because if you focus on the pain, if you focus on the what appear like losses, remember, there's no loss until you sell. Let me show you something here that I really, what I am doing, the kind of things that help me not to focus on the pain of the temporary pain of the time that we're in. So here is a site here. This is more markets. Okay, more markets uh, is a DeFi setting, and here's what it says: democratizing yield for everyone. Democratizing yield for everyone. And I want you to understand what they're saying. Now let's read this together. For too long, high return. So I'm going to come and look at the comments in a bit, but I want you to focus, guys, on what I'm saying. Hey, Kryptonite, I see you there. But let me just quickly do this. For too long, high return strategies were locked away for hedge funds and large institutions. while everyday users had little more than low single-digit returns. What does that mean? What does low single-digit return means? I'm just showing you something so that when the market is high, you're okay. When it's low, you don't feel good that it's low, but you're still okay because you're getting returns. Let's look at what happens here in I'm going to give you uh, mhm. So let me show you TD Canada interest, okay? Bank account interest rates. If you put, I've shown you this before, I'm going to show you again. So here is it. If you have a savings account with TD Canada and you have 5,000 to 10,000, you'll get 0.010%. Somebody do the math for me. Chris, do the math. My life, do the math. What do you get? If you have $25,000 to $59,000 hard-earned money, maybe somebody even gave you an auntie died or parent, and they gave you got a portion of the proceeds after the sale of assets, whatever, as an inheritance, and you park it in the savings account. This is your interest rate. Look at 0.010. Now look at here the registered products. Let's go to registered products. Okay, so if you have this, you get 0.35%. You get 0.35%. You get from 60,000 and over to a million is 0.35%. This is for registered products. Let me tell you, I have a mortgage. I have a couple mortgages with the bank. And guess what happens? They are taking my money. Like when you have a 30-year mortgage, you pay twice the money you used to buy the house. So you buy the house for 100,000, you end up paying 180 to $200,000 in mortgage, depending on the mortgage rate that you are paying. It is this money. See, when my life goes, say my life, Chris and I and Jackie, we all have 25,000 each, and we drop it down there. Everybody on the live right now, how many people do we have on the live? We have like 39 people. So let's say we all had $20,000, or we all let's talk rich. We all have $1 million, okay? And then we went to TD Bank. This is a bank in Canada, okay? And it's similar to the US. And we put our money there, and we're 39 of us here. That's Kryptonite and everybody else. We got, say amen to the 1 million. We put 1 million with the bank. They will give us 0.35%. Then the TD multi-holding tax-free savings account cash portion, they give you 0.050%. This is measly. And nobody has been able to challenge this. Nobody has been able to do anything about this system that robs you and I of our hard-earned money. When you put money there, you now need permission to go and take the money out. In fact, one day I was standing in the bank, and an East Indian young man came to the bank, and an East Indian man was asked a question. He was trying to take what you call it. He was trying to get 20,000 out of his account. He wasn't cashing it. He was actually sending it to his cousin to pay for a car. And I know them; they do business. I have some of them as my friends here in Winnipeg and in Brandon and in cities around here. They do business. They move cars. They go to Toronto. They buy cars. They do everything. So the guy was like, "Oh, whatever." I'm just sending. He said they were questioning him. I was in line. So what do you want to use the money for? It's my cousin. He was getting exasperated. It's my cousin. He's buying a car, and I'm lending him the money. Are you sure? And then eventually they agreed to wire the money. It's his money. He put it there from his hard work, and he's sending it. They weren't asking him because they thought he was a drug dealer. It's just that you have to ask permission. One day we made a decision for our church. The board, the leaders of the church made a decision to move money into a certain account, outside of this jurisdiction. I got a call 3 hours after I arrived home from the accounts officer asking me why we moved the money, and are we investing in crypto? Are we doing this? Are we doing that? And I'm like, what's your business? We voted as a board to do this. It's none of your business. It's none of your business. There you go. So now I'm showing you this. This is the kind of thing I came on here to do, to encourage people, to show them, because prophecy is not only, oh, the Lord said XRP is going to be at $500. In between what the Lord said and when the Lord when the Lord said it and when it happens, there is a journey of a crooked path, a journey of uneven ground, a journey with mountains in view, and a journey with valleys tormenting around. And we have a responsibility to receive the prophets like Haggai, the son of Edo, who will speak while construction is taking place, who would encourage us while we are walking through those valleys of the shadow of death. You see what I'm saying here? So those are the things. That's what I'm trying to do here. So watch me uh, carefully. So yeah, this is the reality. So let's go to the other products they have. Checking accounts. Oh, if you leave this as $4,999, that's $5,000. Just leave it in your checking account. You get 0.010 on top of it. 5,000 and over, you get 0.010. Now let me tell you, to tell you that things are changing. If you buy from Coinbase right now, if you buy XRP, you buy any crypto from Coinbase that they offer. I'm not sure if it's all of it, but the ones I have been purchasing recently from Coinbase, they are literally begging you to leave it there for a few days to get a 2% bonus. Why are they doing this? Because everybody's beginning to realize that, yes, and I moved it each time. I said, no, I don't want to leave my stuff with you. I have plans for it. And it is going to increase because people are finding out exactly what I'm showing you here, the power of DeFi. So let's look at this. For too long, high return strategies were locked away for hedge funds and large institutions. So Inverness, Florida, you give them your $50,000 that you go with the sweat of your brow, and they change your wages 10 times like Laban. Change the wages of Jacob. So while everyday users had little more than low single-digit returns, I just showed you, More Markets closes that gap by giving anyone access to secure, transparent, and easy to use yield products. So let's meet the team at More Markets. These are the guys. These people are all under the age of 50, doing amazing things. This is how a new world is created. You get the old money passing into the new money, and with new technologies, new systems, and things of like nature. Okay, so I'm going to show you. Look at the kind of thing you have on More Markets. So you look at with an XRP Eagle account, you have 3.45% APY. They're still accepting donations. FXRP, you mint FXRP on the Flare network, and then you bring it on here. You have your USD earn account. You have your ETH earn account. 7% per annum on yield to your pocket for yourself in your wallet. They are accepting deposits. If you go there right now, you can give your deposits. Do you remember in November and December and January when I was doing lives? For those of you who have been with me over a year or for a long time, I did lives where I was showing you Nexo. Nexo was offering as much as 13% for USDT deposits of 300, actually 16% for $300,000 dollars worth of USDT. Now, I don't know if they've maintained that, but this is to tell you the power of stable coins in this new regime. Okay, so look at XRP 3.5 APY and BTC 4% APY and all of that. And not only that, within these systems, you can borrow money and at a lower rate. They allow you borrow like 30 to 40% and you can go back in. This is more, there's so much. I am going to put up videos. Hold on a second. Okay. My battery's running low. Guys, give me 1 minute. It has to run a connection here. I didn't even realize that I was not connected. I would have just gone. Okay, there we go. And let me just get back to my Wi-Fi. I think my Wi-Fi is running good now. So give me a second here, guys. I did all of that. I did all of that within the ledger. I didn't have to go anywhere else. I just did it within the ledger and I was fine. So, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So, but Uphold, yes, they offer 4%, no doubt about that. But I'm just talking about the fact that I don't want to leave too much, because see, if you have $300,000 worth of XRP, do you want to leave them on an exchange? No, I don't want to, because the exchange will say, bring it to us, we'll give you so much. I just shared Coinbase with you. I don't want to leave my stuff on the exchange. Believe me, I don't feel very comfortable leaving things on the exchange. And there's a reason why these new systems have been created. Are they going to outlaw private wallets, cold wallets? I don't know. Maybe in the UK, maybe in Canada. I don't know. Because what the drive at this point is to try to keep people to put their stuff on exchanges, to put their stuff on companies like Wealthsimple, iTrust Capital, and all of that, just so that they can do the same thing that they've done forever, which is bring your hard-earned money, we'll give you 1%, but then we'll lend it to all the masses who are on UBI. Everything will be so designed and constructed to keep the rich extremely, extremely, extremely rich, living in Elysium, in the new world created in Mars, while all the poor people and line up in the hospitals here, line up for bread, and they don't care, and they eat synthesized meat or whatever they call it. This is how the world that they have envisioned. And that's why I'm sharing some of these things, so that we can say, okay, people say, well, they're going to lock you out of it. How do you know that? That's how they said, oh, they'll never let you hold your Bitcoin. But here we are today, and we have people who have held Bitcoin for 10 years, and they're the better for it. So I'm talking more about the DEXs and the centralized exchanges and how we should be looking. So I was talking again about a crazy market, a great promise. The market is crazy, but as crazy as it is, don't allow people to tell you that it is over, because it's not. I just showed you. Why would people be creating all these things? Go back to the dot-com era, when you had all these companies that came out offering, remember MySpace, remember Yahoo, remember all this kind of Log Me In, all kinds of things that were created then, all kinds of products. If you travel to India and you are here in Canada, you could enter your computer from India. I mean, your computers were here, we used to have all those big things that couldn't move. And then all you had to do was use Log Me In to access it. Now you don't need any of that stuff because of cloud technology. Anywhere you are, you have the Apple cloud, you have the Google cloud, and there's other clouds, there's intranets within organizations. You don't need all of that stuff anymore. But that's exactly what it is. So there's change coming. So while the market is down, while things look hard on your wallet and your investments, remember, you are never supposed to bet your farm anyways. You're supposed to put what you can afford to lose, but you aren't going to lose it. So the one strategy you can do, if you've held XRP for a while, XLM, whatever, and you see that it's gone up very well, and maybe you bought at 10 cents. Now you are really smiling. So what you need to do is take a little bit out of that and then set limit orders for a drop. You can do that. Anybody can do that. It's so easy to do. And then you find that so again, it's perspective. But for those who just came in recently, yes, I understand it can be very tough. It can be very difficult, but this is not the time to give up. As somebody would always say, is it David of Digital Outlook? Dips are not for crying, they're for buying. Now, some people will say, well, I don't have any money anymore. I understand that. But if you earn an income regularly, bi-weekly, whatever, monthly, you can take a little bit out of it and just keep buying, as to dollar cost average. Because what you are going through right now, for those who entered crypto this year and bought at high prices, we have been through it. Some of us who have been around for 5, 6, 7 years have gone through it. Yes, you can talk to Crypto Knight about it. Ask him. We've gone through it. Keith, Pastor Keith, we've gone through it. Many of us who have been in crypto for years have experienced it. But see, there is learning. And there are people who are going to come in right now, boom, and the thing will start rising. And it's like, man, what happened? And some people, it happened for them like that in 2021. And they now thought it would always be that way. They've now learned that no, it's not always going to be that way. One last thing I got to say, the Bitcoin doctrine, the Bitcoin curriculum is still alive and well, that Bitcoin has a 4-year cycle and that we're seeing a bearish, whatever, the bullish, there isn't going to be a bull run. No, the bull run hasn't happened yet. You must remember, this is the first time in the history of crypto that the US said by the mouth of the president, We are going to make the US the capital of crypto. Huh. That's a big statement. Now, will it happen? Even if it doesn't happen, he's aiming for the skies. So he may, if he doesn't get to the third heaven, he will stop somewhere in between, because they have decided that that's what they want to do. And a lot of the leading ISO cryptos are American birthed. So like XRP and XLM. And these are the two that are the members of the standards body for the ISO 20022, which is the new language. And now that new language, MX, replacing MT as of November 22, which is in 2 days' time, it's really not the crypto it has to do with, is the messaging standard. But the messaging standard is what works with the cryptocurrencies, right? Somebody said to me, oh, YouTube has a rug pulled, whatever. And, so, not YouTube. What's it called? PayPal has rug pulled, they're not Swift. People just say all this. I just asked Grok, and Grok says, no, that's FUD, F-U-D. But I knew. I just wanted to say, let me ask Grok and see what is happening here. People just spout anything at all. Please beware of FUD. Now, what else do I want to say today? I want to talk about American policies, but I want to say something also. I told you already. I opened my wallet and I saw. So I have 2 penny wallets, okay, and on one of them I saw and I still intend to have a third one for showing people how to do certain things, because they're going to improve a lot on that wallet. It was launched this year and they've had a lot of problems because there's been a rush. Think about it. When they opened the wallet, penny wallet, there was 35,000 holders for the WikiCat. As we speak, there's 150,000 holders within the last 4 months. The August, September, October, November, there has been an explosion from 35,000 holders of WikiCat. In fact, it was about 20,000 early in the year. You can confirm if I'm right with this, because again, I could mix 2 years. Hey, Vishak, how you doing, sir? Vishak, I don't know if you do DAG, but I just put a video on my Patreon on DAG. So if you're interested, you can jump on DAG as well, but not compulsory. I would recommend at least anywhere. Keep that shut. I'll say that on Patreon, but I just want to make sure that people are aware. So go on there, you'll see it, and hopefully that will bless you. Okay, so my wallet, was one of my wallets was showing 150 M. I'm like, whoa, what's going on here? But it's all poison addresses, right? If I had clicked on one of them and interacted with them or tried to delete them without being taking some precaution, they could have drained my account. You see what I mean? Now, remember, nothing is on the wallet. Everything is in the blockchain. So sometimes people are like, oh, I don't know what happened. No, it's all on the blockchain. But what you need to do is that you got to be careful when you see those things. Now, while I was dealing with that problem, guess what was happening? And I don't look at the wallet in days. I got a text, ding, on my phone. I looked. It was Coinbase, fake Coinbase. You have just connected such and such APY to your Coinbase account. Call us immediately at 18888 for whatever. I looked at it. I said, no, this is the fake whatever. So I put it as junk. Not even 10 minutes after, boom, another one, the same kind with a different phone number. Now I'm like, you guys must be so dumb. You think I would fall for this? But by the third time, I was like, oh, you know what? Maybe I need to check this. But you see, this is how they get people. But because I'm kind of seasoned in a certain way, I'm like, no. So I just copied everything and I put it into Grok. Tell me about this. And Grok said, this is a fake, a scam, whatever, phishing, which I knew. But you see, after 3 times, what they're trying to do is to wear you thin. Do people know when you are not doing anything and you have a break time or what? Like, what are they like? Why don't you just make some money and invest it yourself in Coinbase? So this is, at this time, there's a lot of craziness happening. There's a lot of thievery going on. But let me remind you, wealth greater than digital gold. Wealth greater than digital gold. That's what we're talking about. Wealth. I have to look for a way to make this better, right? Don't you think so? Wealth greater than what? Digital gold. So we have that in our hearts because we know the Lord and we have a relationship with Him. So nothing else counts. All of this is a tool to get us from where we are to where He wants us to be, from what we're doing to what He wants us to do. I shared with you about a church that paid $3.2 million in North Carolina. They paid $3.2 million of medical debt for families who couldn't get out of debt because they had poor health. And in the US, if you don't have the kind of job that gives you, or you don't, that gives you insurance, you are in trouble. If you ever go to the hospital for a major surgery, even a minor, a visit to the ER can cost a lot of money. So that's the kind of thing they had been in, and they had all this debt, and a church paid it off. I don't know how they pulled it off. Maybe they got a couple of millionaires and deca millionaires and people who are high net worth individuals putting money together over a period of time, and they find people in the community and they pay their debt. Wow. Can you imagine me and Vishak flying into an area? We look around and we say, well, yes, here are the people, and we begin to help them. Let me tell you why I've told you all this, friends, because there's a crazy market right now. And most people are focused on, all they're focused on is how crazy the market is. And they say, oh, it's a bloodbath. Well, Warren Buffett is buying right now because this is the time to buy. If you say, I don't know what to do, well, listen, I told you I had a dream. I was told to buy a certain cryptocurrency. I bought it and I have already lost some money on it. Lost. I didn't really lose because the bag is still intact. But I knew I was told go and buy it. It was very clear. I saw the woman in the dream. She said, go and buy this cryptocurrency. It's not an ISO. Its utility is in the sporting arena. Is in the athletic arena. It's in the exercise arena. And I'm saying to myself, what am I doing here? I've never owned a crypto like that in my life. But as I came out of sleep, I heard the Spirit of God in the dream speaking. And the angel pointed and said, go and buy this. And I said, where can I find it? He said, go to Coinbase. So I went, picked up my phone, went to the restroom, picked up my phone, and here was the crypto, but it was not on Coinbase. I'm like, whoa, what am I hearing here? And in my heart, I concluded that they are going to list on Coinbase very soon. Now I'm asking the Lord, how do you want me to reveal the information? You see, you don't just run ahead. Everything you hear, oh God, the God has told me. Ooh, ooh. And then when it doesn't happen, people start crying. Oh, I didn't know. No, you don't do that. So if I had told everybody that and they bought it and the thing dropped, they'll say, well, you see, he prophesied. Look at what has happened. So I am taking what I'm paying the price sufficiently to the time. The Bible says he kept these things in his heart. The Bible says Mary kept these things in her heart. The Bible says Jacob kept these things in his heart. There's a time for everything. Ecclesiastes 3, a time to talk about everything and a time to give you. So I'm just letting you know, okay? And that's the way. And a lot of people who are in prophetic ministry, they're not mature. I see it. I just wonder, why are you doing this? Their flesh pushes them. Texas won. Texans won. Oh, you saw my text earlier, right? Amen. Amen. That's kryptonite for you. He's watching TV. I was watching the game, Thursday night football with my wife, but I had to come back up here. See, that's what sometimes we have to give up watching football to come and do this. It's a calling. It's a calling. And you see, thank you for the people who gave me $9.99 earlier on, in Venice, Florida. I appreciate you. I don't know if somebody else gave me something, but I just want to say thank you because, yeah, I appreciate you for that. I appreciate you. Thank you. Jay Mizar is here too. I saw you. How you doing? God bless you. Okay, so I've said all this to say, friends, I'm building up to something very important. I have shown you. I agree with you. The market is crazy. The market is down. We have invested what we can afford to lose, but we're not going to lose it because we've not lost anything. If you've not sold, your 20 million Shiba is still 20 million Shiba. Now, you're going to keep oiling your off-ramps. Learn how to take profit. Go in there, check things. There are people who attended the conference with us in September that closed their computers and never went to check the things that we learned. Please exercise yourself. In January 29th to February 2nd, we are hosting the next VIP conference. All right, VIP one-on-one conference, and it's going to be great. We have expanded the seating. We'll give you more information. If you would like to join us in Houston, please text me, send me an email, and I will give you all the information. Those, our alumni, are all going to be there. January 29th to February 1. All our alumni, please send me an email early so we can secure your seats. You're an alumni. It means you've been attending since January. I have been appointed the director of get on board now. I just want to announce that I've just been appointed the director, of studies. So, and registration and studies. So I'm gathering all the students. Kryptonite is a professor, and so I have to do my job. So for all the alumni, send me an email and let's get ready. And those of you who want to join us for the first time, we want to expand seating capacity, and the venue is never disclosed. But the earlier you pay, we want to start taking payments from next week because Christmas is going to be a busy time. So give yourself a Christmas present, give yourself a New Year present, give yourself a makeover in 2026. And I can tell you that the bull run is coming in 2026. What is delayed is never denied. What is delayed is not denied. No, 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 no. And I want you to understand that even after the conference, we're still there to support you, to help you. We hope that people will not abuse the privilege, but at the same time, we don't want to just shut our doors and say, no, we're not here for you. But we've improved on the curriculum. We're doing a couple of things, and we're meeting to improve on things so that those who have been there before can come back. Things are changing. If you've attended the conference before, please come back. In November, we had some people who attended before. And unfortunately, we're not able to do security the way we wanted to do it. But we're hoping that in January, we'll have enough registrants to help us pay the costs of a security expert joining us. Because friends, like I told you, I'm sitting here. Now they've left my wife alone. In August, she had a lot of spam, Coinbase letters from. You see these letters, you think they are truly from Ledger. They look so perfect, but it's all scam. It's all scam. And then now it's me. And I'm like, where did all this come from? So you want to be careful with the poison addresses. You want to be careful with those messages and texts that come to your phone. They will usually not contact you like that, right? You have to reach out to them, and always make sure that you are checking your email for anything that has to do with where you are purchasing. Now, with Ledger, I got to say this. Okay, you can't see my Ledger. Okay, there you go. So with Ledger, I got to say this though. Always, not just Ledger, all of them. You have a decent wallet, you have a Ledger, you have an Elipal, whatever you have a SafePal. Guys, you must always connect and check. This has to do, again, people think, oh, well, I'll just give it to, an institution and they'll take care of it for me. You need to work on knowing and what it is, what is all involved. So always open your ledger. I've told you my story. Shiba Inu spiked heavily. I saw my money went up so many times. I'm like, okay, I'm going to take profits. And I pulled out my ledger. I had not touched the ledger for 1 year. No, I don't. I'm like, oh, you see, it's not like when you wrap your money and put it under a blanket and put it under your mattress. No, this is not a mattress. This thing needs updating, just like your phone. Updates. So you got to make sure that you're catching those updates. Well, so I was trying to, I was sitting at my desk in a corner of the room at the time. I would study in that corner of the room, and I was like, oh man, I got to take 30% of this. So I connected my ledger, and next thing it says, oh, update required, update. So I began to update. And if you own a ledger, the update is real serious business. Well, it's not difficult. It takes time. And there are certain spikes where it's 250%, 300% in one day. It'll just happen. I'm just giving you a general example. But that day I saw it's like, wow. I wasn't able to catch where I would have taken the better profit. But I still got some profit and I moved it into XDC. That was my plan. So, and if you have WikiCat today here, that should be part of your plan to take a percentage. Go and watch Marcus the Minister's video on profit taking. You watch also Kryptonite. Get on his channel, watch, and he's got a Patreon too. But you want to understand these things and prepare. That's all I'm saying. So it cost me, and recently also, even with WikiCat did like a 26, 28x, almost a 30x. And here I was in the Decent wallet. It had not been updated. So you got to look into those things, okay? Because I'm telling you about things that I've experienced. And I was delaying. It was Kryptonite's call that made me to catch the profit. It was unbelievable, unreal. But that is what God can do. So we need to again, some people think, oh, it's not God and blah, 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 and all that. No, there is a prophetic word. We believe in it, and we're hanging on to those words, and he's not disappointing us at all. So yeah, that's what yeah, you won't understand it because it's brand new. Go into my description. Are you and watch the language. Exactly. Yeah, are you familiar with yeah, just go, like I said, go into my description and grab the book on crypto. Okay, it'll help you. In the description, you'll find the book Crypto Made Easy. Let's get it done. It will recover. It's just it's not only XRP. I want to show you something. The person saying we should pray that XRP would recover. It's not dead. I don't know how long you've been in crypto, but that's the reality. It's coming back up. You can see my voice is even keel. I don't like it, but I'm not going to pretend that this is not a reality that can happen in the markets. And if you've been following me, you know that we've been warning you guys and saying that this could happen. But again, we could see a recovery. So there you go. It's at $1.96. So let's look at. I hope you can see this. So let's look at Bitcoin right now. So Bitcoin is at 85. So as Bitcoin drops, they're all going to drop. Okay, so this is at the 24-hour. Look at how red it looks, right? So you take that and then you look at the other ones. You look at XRP again. See how it looks? It's not. It's doing exactly what Bitcoin is doing. It's following Bitcoin. It's tanking seriously. So I'm not selling. I'm not selling nothing. In fact, if I were you, I would go and set low limit orders. You know what that is? You know what a low limit order is? Yeah, I just told you. Go to my description, buy the book Crypto Made Easy. That's how you start. Buy the book Crypto Made Easy. You would learn a lot. I can give you the link here. Give me 1 second. Just find the link for you, and you can go. It's an ebook. Buy it, and it'll be a blessing to you. That's how you start. And how do you find my channel, by the way? So Masim Basera, here's the click on that link. It'll take you straight to the book. Let's get it done 007. So I was just showing you guys. So look at it. Look at $1.96. So what do? Go and set low limit orders. Set low limit orders for $1, for $1.50, for $1.70. So you can get more XRP at a low price. What is XLM? They're all following Bitcoin. There you go. Look at it there. Look at XLM. See? Excuse me. But for some people at this price, it's still, they're in profit because they bought it at very cheap prices way back in the day. Yeah. So I just showed you. So let's look at H bar. H bar is going to be a big one too. Look at the price of H bar and look at all of them are trending. They are following Bitcoin because there's no reason for them to decouple. Let's look at my favorite meme coin. It was disrespecting Bitcoin earlier today, but it's also now forced to take that same track. So this is all great buying opportunity. You can add $20 of WikiCat. It doesn't. You don't have to buy $500. Most people don't have that kind of money. Throw $20 into it, and dollar cost average if you bought at a higher price. Dollar cost average into XRP a little bit at a time. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I think people should do. And again, sometimes you are human. You're going to get tired. Amen. Thank you so much, Masim Basera. So, what part of the U.S. are you in? So, I just told you this, and you can take you can join if you have the funds. Join the Patreon. You can also buy the book. It's $19.99. It'll be a blessing to you. It'll help you. I really believe it'll help you. For a time, my life for a time. The cup has to be full. The cup has to be full. I'm telling you, the cup has to be full. Okay, well, I want to say thank you to everyone. Please don't forget January 29 to February 1 will be next. Send me an email and we will send you all the information. Hello, Abundance Grace. Thank you so much for joining. So, what have we done today? I've talked about a crazy market. Amen. They're going to be like Datan Koran Abiran. I told you the Lord has stepped in. It's now his battle. He said, you will not need to fight, but you will see the salvation of the Lord. This is the reality. And the wheels of Pharaoh's chariots will be removed as they pursue into the mud. This is why he said, change your language, change your speech, because it's changing. Let's declare what we believe. Let's declare what he has said. And for those of you who are new in the wealth transfer journey, buy the book Crypto Made Easy, which I put it together for you guys so that you can learn quickly. In 3 hours, you finish reading the book, not even, and then you see that you feel ready. You'll be in a better position to understand. And if you need coaching, I have dialed down on individual coaching. I don't advertise it that much anymore. It takes a lot of time. And there's only so much you can teach people in an hour. And if you need 5 hours, it's hard. It's better to put a class of people together and maybe 10 people and then teach them over a set of time, or just put the videos on Patreon. So if you're new, join my Patreon. You will be blessed by the stuff that I will put on there for newbies in cryptocurrency. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. God bless you for coming on tonight. Don't forget, once again, VIP one-on-one conference. If you are new and you can afford it, send me it's not cheap, but it is valuable. Don't look at cheap, but I believe it's affordable. If you're going to spend $20,000 in crypto, if you're going to put 50,000 in crypto, it doesn't make sense to put that kind of money into something without learning about it. One cryptocurrency can change your life and the next generation and the next generation. This is a time of an opportunity. This is a great time of opportunity. Yes, if you can afford it, correct, abundance grace. If you can afford it, this is a time to take a step of faith and say, yeah, if you can't, hold what you have. Hold what you have. But if you put $20 into a crypto, after you have put 5,000 in, that $20 will dollar cost average for you if you bought it high. Because every time you buy at a certain price, if you bought high and you're now buying As it goes down, you are dollar cost averaging. So yes, we are not excited to see our prices drop, but we are excited to see that while it's a crazy market, there's a great promise ahead. I've shown you more markets today just to tell you these are the kinds of things that are being prepared. So those who are exiting, you bought land that the airport will be built on, and because the airport project was being delayed, as major projects are delayed, what did you do? You sold the land to somebody else. You drive past that land with your children. Every time your children tell you, you see that airport, daddy, is so beautiful. Look at the planes landing. You will just be telling stories. I bought land here by the airport. The planes, every time the planes land, you will be hearing ka-ching, ka-ching in your head. All of those fees that you would have gotten, all of them because you would have gotten into a partnership with the developers, with all of the rules, regulatory authorities, whatever, because you own something. You don't have to own the land in the airport. You just have, because usually they expropriate that type of land for security purposes. But at least you can own land next door where all of the transportation companies would come, the hotels will come, and all of that. We are the people who have bought Manhattan before Manhattan was built. So if you sell because the price has gone down, if you sell because the Spanish flu broke out and you felt the world has ended, if you sell because COVID has come and the world has ended, well, the reality is you just see. I remember buying a Toyota vehicle during COVID. The person who sold it, he took a $3,000 hit just to sell it. Actually, almost $4,000 because he said, like, oh, it's COVID and all that. But again, he was able to do it, and I took it. And I said, you see, man, because of COVID, people thought the world has ended. Somebody said, let's not go out. It's all over. It's all over. Jesus is coming soon. This is a sign of the end of the world and all of that. And in 2021, in the midst of COVID, the stimulus package was passed under the previous administration, right? And what happened? People could not believe how much they were making at the time. So the prices went through the roof. So anyway, I just thought I should say that. And the politics side of things, I've told you before. Just a few days ago, I told you, I said that there would be a lot of reckoning in America. You will see people that you never imagined, regardless of what side of the political aisle you're on, but you will see people that you never imagined made to give account for the crimes they've committed. In fact, the crimes, when they're exposed, people would not believe it. You can only push so far to the wall, and you're going to see people who label others. They're actually labeling others for what they truly are. It'll all come to the surface. And I told you, a former president is going to lose his presidential status because of the evil that they've put. It's not just about making, dropping bombs, killing people. No, no, no. There's way more that they've done. You have people now in political office who are worshiping Ashtaroth, Dagon, Baalzebub, um, all of these ancient gods. They're still here today. Baphomet. Why do you think they're putting all those? Why do you think abortion has become such a massive issue? Because there has to be sacrifices. Why are children missing? All of these things. Like, what is really going on? It's because the Cosmoculus, the cloud of evil, has come closer, closer to the earth. See, when humans make sacrifices to the devil, and increased blood sacrifices, what happens is the cloud of evil draws closer. You see, if you make sacrifices to God, He makes a covenant with you. If you make sacrifices to the devil, He makes covenant with you, because He has nothing original. He has to copy the principles of the supernatural, of the spirit world. So that's it. So we're going to see a lot of people be dragged out. I'm telling you, it's a power struggle right now. But I believe that the Lord wants to show Himself powerful, that all the earth may see, because He's not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance. What is the value of all this wealth when we have it? It's useless if we do not use it for the glory of the Father. The reason why God entered a covenant with Abraham is so that he would teach his children and his children's children, right? He said, I know Abraham. I know him, that he will command his children and his children. Command there means teach. It doesn't mean pull their ear and say, this is what you have to do, which is part of it, but it originally means he would teach them. He would show them the way that they may walk in those ways. So again, that's why I put it on here. A wealth that is greater than digital gold. Wealth greater than digital gold. See the dollar there? You see the jet, the private jet there? All right. You, you see the mansion of Maisonette, and then you see the crown, which is actually one of Queen Elizabeth's, who's now passed on to the great beyond. All right. So I want to say thank you all once again. I've really enjoyed my time with you today. Thank you for all the comments. Thank you for all the questions. Somebody said he shorted ETH today and made some good money. So, Masim Basera, I hope that you can email me and we can take it from there. I can see if I can help you. But if you're in the US, you should plan to join us at the conference. God bless you, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye now.